set something up. We're all going to do something funny where we all look at the camera at the same time.
No, we didn't. Just literally got to start.
Yeah,
and I hit record.
All right, guys. It's another cold opening. Welcome back to MCs and MEVs. Did I get it right that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Today, we're going to be talking about our favorite villains in anime. We're going to start over there.
No, we're not going to start with
no,
you.
We're going to start with you because...
No.
Why not?
Because I don't feel like talking about villains in anime.
Fine.
Why didn't you say that? I was just joking around. That's pretty much how it was.
We were recording it. We didn't set up the whole thing, and then I was like, I don't feel like talking about anime girlfriends. Waifus.
That's how basically how JT what JT just
That's
did.
not how basically that was.
How he did. He went
so dramatic.
Until we got here. It was like, I really don't want to talk about girlfriends in anime, so I have to have my moment.
Did you? Petty as fuck. Thank you.
One of my favorite villains has to be Aizen. Fuck Aizen. I know. That's why he got to be one of my favorites.
The reason Brody doesn't like him though is because he thinks he's a fraud.
But fuck Aizen though. Excuse my language, but yeah, he's smart. But F him. I mean, he thought he was more smarter than what he let off to be. But at the same time, I think he was a little smart.
I think he had like immense levels of I'ma let it play out. Because all he did,
you know what? I'm gonna let this go.
Literally all the time he was like, that might happen.
Let's find out.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's I'm gonna poke it and prod it along the way to help it get that way. But
not even. It was just like, this is what I'm trying to do, and it's like, well, that failed, but
this could work.
That happened. And it's like, oh, my plan did get completely fucked up, but there's a little hybrid baby coming along later on. I can see that in the works because they all love each other and whatnot. Cool. I'm gonna keep my eyes out for that.
But so you telling me that's not being smart though?
No. It's literally you failed.
It's smart.
So wouldn't you say that he's
No, I'm not saying he's dumb.
Okay.
I'm just saying he does not deserve the amount of credit that people give him for being a genius.
I didn't say he was genius, I said he was smart.
No, that's I'm not saying he's not smart. Because he did build the fucking monster or whatever that was attacking him. I was like, he's smart. It's just more people give him more credit than he's doing.
Yeah, I ain't gonna give him genius.
Yeah, I think Hatton Clogs and what's the other guy's name?
With the dope
with the white skin.
With the dope finger.
Yeah, with the dope finger. Yeah, I think those two guys are geniuses in that.
Very much.
Yeah, like they're definitely genius too. But I feel like Aizen's probably the third smartest in that anime. So I can't think of anyone else that be smarter.
There's plenty of people smarter
Than Aizen?
Nah.
Yeah, I was talking than Aizen.
I was just in there. I just want to confuse everybody.
You did for a second.
You said it confident enough. I was like, you got a name?
Right. Well,
I thought you were talking about the dude who made the swords or something.
That's what I was like, someone from Squad Zero maybe, but
and even them, I was like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Honestly, if wouldn't you say you're whack? Huh?
I said, don't say whack.
We know.
Oh, I don't know. She's pretty smart to trick. Ichigo got to take that sword so she can run away.
But no, I'm thinking about you whack for coming back. Will he be some type of smart?
He was going to come back no matter what because he is an eternal thing. You know, just like the.
No, I do not know.
Not at all.
Okay, so you whack. He didn't die all the way, but he was put into a slumber. That's why he was. So he was always going to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the old bald head dude was talking about that.
Yeah, like he's an idea. He
should have killed him.
Yeah.
No. He could have died. He just chose not to die. Based on the way he explained it.
Yeah.
So you should have killed me a long time ago. I got you chick. I'm like, God, freaking head captain, man, you dead.
Right? Wanted so much more of that.
I did too, man. And it really upset me that it wasn't actually Iwak versus Yamamoto. I was like, really?
It was,
Y'all
it was the other guy.
Yeah, I was like, y'all gonna shorthand us like that? That's fucked up.
I don't know, it put such a like asterisk next to Yamamoto, but
Yeah.
they were like, he's so strong, he's so powerful. And then they're like, but a body double murdered you, and it's like,
Yeah, that's what got me. I was like,
I don't know
man.
how I feel about that.
No, because the body, like if he's like Shang-Tsung, he could, he could inherit all their powers. Like not just the powers, but like the levels, like their current status.
And I don't think they described him like that.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think he just used his abilities.
That's what I'm saying. Like if he just used his abilities, yeah, I get what you're saying. But if he was able to like level up, like
if they said that body double was straight up your wax level, and then it would be like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
that was never
I don't
said.
like it, but
Yeah.
okay.
That was never stated that they were the same level.
Well,
You know what I mean? But
I was surprised that you turned it off.
I mean, if you were talking about great villains, also Iwak is a great villain because like he's not trying to kill the world. He's trying to actually make it so people don't die anymore. He's trying to bring the three worlds together.
That's not a great idea.
hold up, what?
Iwak is trying to eliminate death. He's trying to bring the three worlds together so no one dies.
Oh, which worlds? We talking about Earthrealm?
Wiccamundo, the world
And the
of
Soul
Living,
Society.
and the Soul Society.
Ah,
So he's trying. At the beginning, all three worlds were merged together, and the Soul King separated them.
well, makes sense. Yeah, well,
So you have life, death, and rebirth now.
right.
Right. So he wants to eliminate all that. He just wants people to live forever, and the three worlds to be together, like they were in the beginning.
But why?
Why does he want that? Because then he doesn't have to see any of his friends or family die anymore.
Which is funny because
He sacrificed his friends and family.
not
for
only
power.
not only that, he also like Quincy's whole deal was absolutely eradicating not Ron Carter's
So
No,
the
I know what you're talking about.
essentially yes.
Yeah.
Hollows.
Hollow, yeah.
Yeah. And like they straight up eradicated them. They're like, hey, that kills the soul. Like the soul's out of the cycle of reincarnation and everything that murders the soul. And then he's like, but I don't want anything to die ever. And it's like,
Well, I guess then you find out the reason is because Hollows are like the antithesis to Quincy's, and that's the reason they were killing them off.
and it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, but still, you said fuck that whole,
Yeah.
that whole beings.
So, it is a weird thing to think about, because on one side he's just like, I want everyone to live, and on the other side he's like, I'm destroying an entire soul repetitive, like, doesn't make a lot of sense. And then the guy with the dope pinky had to come through and destroy all the souls that were in the Soul Society to keep balance.
So it was like,
what about the guy? What is the main character in the breathing show? You got
Michael Jackson?
No, the breathing show.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
The
Is it
breathing
Demon
show.
Slayer?
Yeah, your shirt.
Michael Jackson.
That's who.
I'm trying to think of his name, but I was like, you need to know. He's talking about who you're talking about.
Michael Jackson. Really? I was like,
See, look, I did.
I was like, oh crap, yes. That's why I was like, oh, because he showed up.
Like I really wanted the scene whenever they were in the village together and he caught him for the first time. I really wanted him to like.
You talking about when he was with his kids?
When he was with his wife and kid, I really wanted him to like pull a 360, throw his jacket back, pull out the moonwalk.
Yeah, I don't know why they made him look so much like.
I have no idea. With the hat and everything tilted, like, and he was wearing one glove.
You know how long that stuff like takes to like actually get like to become a manga or become an anime. So that artist was like, he was like putting down ideas for what he was making this guy. And then no one came through and was like, you know you're drawing Michael Jackson, right?
Right. But I don't really consider him a good villain, because the reason that he even became a demon in the first place is because he was afraid of death. He had a disease and he was afraid of death. So if anything, he's just a pussy.
So it's the Keishan from fucking
110%.
And I was like,
He's a pussy too.
You can be a bitch and be a great villain.
But look at Madara. He wasn't afraid of death.
Who is that?
Madara, Uchiha.
Who?
Madara.
I was like, Madara. I was like, who the hell are you talking about? I thought you were saying something.
I forgot there's like 3 Ds in that. Madara.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, but yeah, you can be a bitch and be a perfectly good villain.
So you call Madara a bitch?
Madara
What are you
said
gonna
it
do
to
about
death.
it? Madara gonna do about it?
I'm asking a question.
No,
Madara accepted his death, and yet he knew he was going to be reincarnated, so he didn't care. I feel like was the main, and then he could reverse the reincarnation and bring himself back to life. So I don't feel like he cared about his death.
Which, if you know that death is not a permanent thing for you here, of course you're not scared.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so who would you consider?
I was saying, I think Madara is a good villain.
I said Madara.
Yeah, Madara. I think Madara.
You gotta get every syllable.
Right. I know.
You keep on throwing me out when you say Madara. I was like, what?
I think Madara is a good villain, and I also I'm trying to think of another one. It's gonna be a great video.
Look, since we're in that little world, because now
I was gonna say Pain too. I think Pain is a good villain.
Okay, fair enough. But I was like, since you was thinking about your favorite, I was thinking about the punkies, like the punk.
How many bitches?
He's more like an anti-hero.
He definitely was a villain for a bit. Now, to be fair, he was a fucking terrorist.
He really was.
Actively a terrorist.
He actively attacked the 5 Hokage meeting. There it was.
Yeah, the summit.
The 5 Hokage summit. He actively attacked that.
Well, straight up was gonna murk fucking Sakura.
Yeah, like
for
literally.
talking to him.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about, when I was thinking about it, while you were saying that, I was like, man, you know who's a vagina, big vagina, in this whole thing? I was like, it would have to be Orochimaru. I said, Orochimaru is one of the biggest vaginas I've ever seen.
He's terrified of death.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, like, terrified of it.
He was possessing people back to back. So I'm like,
Hey, you know who's a really weird villain? Hisoka. I don't even know if you want to consider him a villain, though. Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter?
Oh, you're talking about the Predator.
No, he's not.
Yes.
Okay.
Get your hands back up. Yes. That was it.
So I've talked to people about this. I thought that he was a pedophile too, and then other people explained to me it's like, no, he's not turned on by Gon as a child. He's turned on by Gon's fighting aspect, like how he's willing to grow as a fighter. He wants to fight him. And I'm like, I don't care. He was getting turned on by a kid regardless. Like, it's so weird. So I thought, and I also think that the King Ant, I thought he was a really good villain. I can't remember what his name is right now.
Miro.
Yeah, Miro. I thought he was a great villain because, like, the only thing he wanted to do was get stronger, and conquer the world, and he was doing that. He was doing that.
So many people tried to come to his defense, and I was like, he doesn't have a defense. They're like, he was peaceful in the end. I was like, in the end, he murdered this country.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't care.
He could have taken over the planet,
and he was like,
and no one was going to stop him.
Well, first off, he clearly got stopped, so he couldn't take over the world.
I just thought he got on a spaceship and left.
No. Well, maybe I don't know what version he was, but he's dead.
Okay, in the 2015 version, 2011 version, whatever, he didn't die. He got on a spaceship and left.
I don't know about the spaceship shit, but he
Who killed him?
he fought
Nero? Nero.
Yeah, he fought Nero.
The bomb went off.
The bomb went off. That infected his body, and he died.
Okay, that's not what happened in the.
Which I don't know what the next arc is for that show if he doesn't die, because Nero died in that, and the next arc is them figuring out who's going to be
the next the next leader of the Hunters Association, and then getting Gon's powers back.
Yeah, so fucking he's dead.
It didn't. In the remake version, he doesn't die.
Fuck that. Send them off to space. Fuck that.
Yeah, he got in a spaceship and they left.
Are these ants still around and he just gets the fuck off into space? Oh, fuck you.
And then some of the ants joined the Hunter Association.
Anyway,
I guess.
What about you know? Because that sounds weird as hell. You know how I feel about Hunter and Son. I couldn't get into it.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, you and a lot of other people say it's a great movie.
I do think overall it's great, but when people are like they can't get into it, I get it, because at the beginning of that, seeing him, it's kind of slow going through the Hunter exam, so it's like I kind of get it. And it's like a lot of people straight up just don't like Gon as a person.
You gotta admit the board flip that Killua does in the Hunter exam at the very beginning. He's riding it, and all of a sudden just hops off, kicks the top of it, grabs it out of midair, and he's like, "I'll walk with you." And I'm like,
Killua should have been the main character.
Yeah, I think so. I think it would have been better.
Yeah, it would have been.
But there's supposed to be a new anime coming out because Hunter x Hunter is supposed to be coming back. The manga came back. The anime is supposed to be coming back and finish it up. there's supposed to be a new anime coming out that gives his story, like his whole story, his family story and everything. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like you add him a lot because you kind of get his story during the show.
Exactly.
By the time you get his whole how his family became assassins, why they became assassins, like
okay, so they give the soulmate story, not his story.
Yeah.
Because you get Kilo's story, you're only 12 or some shit like that. It's like, we know what you went through.
I guess you get his family story.
Yeah, so, which I mean that's all well and good. That's cool.
Because I think it's pretty impressive that even the gate handler can open up the front door. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like we have to, you know.
Right, it's crazy.
And there's no point in having super weak people protect this place because then we would just have to.
But I think it's funny when Killer Show came back, you just push it open one-handed. He's just like, fuck this door.
Yeah, I had to do this all the fucking time. I gotta get in, gotta get out.
But see some other really good villains here.
What about you, Jordan?
I like Shoe Sweet from Yu Yu Hakusho.
I did not like Shoe Sweet.
The old the spirit detective before you.
Oh yeah,
the one that had like 9 personalities.
I love him. I like him too.
I did not like.
I also like Tagoro.
I like Tagoro as a villain. I thought Tagoro as a villain was really good because the only thing he wanted to do was lose, and I thought that was kind of cool.
Which tainted it for me.
Really?
Because I understand what the premise they were getting for him. It's like, hey, I won this tournament before. They turned me into the highest class demon, which they kind of show you at the end that like.
Yeah, he was like a B rank demon, like a B plus or an A.
Maybe an A.
Yeah, but he was not an S rank.
But it was like very obviously they didn't turn him into the highest rank demon. He was just like, I want to be able to fight somebody at my max and then die. And I'm like, okay, that means you didn't go all out.
And then when he was just like, I'm going 110%. I was like, you mean 100%? You were at 90?
Yeah.
Now you're going 100%?
You've been lying about these percentages the whole time. That's not how math works, Tagoro. I feel like Elder Tagoro was a better villain than the younger Tagoro.
And then
he was a straight up just a villain.
And then he died. And then he didn't die. He came back, which I thought was interesting. Then he died again.
You talking about the one with the long fingers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one that changed his shape.
Excuse my language. He tore Cool Bar ass up.
Everybody fucked up Cool Bar.
That's true. But he messed me up just psychologically a little bit because, like, especially when he was like half of a face and he was still talking in the fish tank, I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
We switched genres,
right? I was like, "What is happening? This is what."
You're really into the fear.
And then I also thought it was really weird. Like the Demon King that Hiei ruled under.
Yeah.
Is that a man or a woman?
Hold up. Demon King.
Yeah, the 3 Demon Kings. You had Yusuke's dad.
Right.
You had the blind guy that made a clone of himself. And then you had was it a guy or a girl?
I'm pretty sure it was a girl.
You had the girl that had like half the head.
Oh.
You know what I mean? That Hiei had sex with. But that's what I'm saying. I thought was really weird. That's what I was getting. The only like sex scene or whatever in that whole thing is Hiei begging this other girl demon, and you don't even know if it's a guy or a girl, and it's super awkward. And you're like, you know what, Hiei, whatever, get it. So what did you like about Shusuke as a villain?
I like that they went through and it was literally just his season on there going like, no, that dude's broken. And the guy you're currently fighting is one of like 7 people, and all 7 of his personalities were like, 6 out of 7 of the personalities were like, fuck all the humans. Just fuck all of them. They're worse than the fucking demons. We know we were hired to murder demons, and we were told they were the worst beings ever. And then you went to do a mission, and that broke for you. And it was like, no, humans are worse than demons.
And then he watched the Black movie, is that what it was called?
Yeah, the Chapter Black.
Yeah, which is like the worst things humans have ever committed. The worst atrocities of humanity.
And the thing is, he watched that after he stumbled upon some of the terrible shit they were arguing.
That's what broke him. Like, he literally kicked open that door because he thought he was saving humans, and humans were torturing demons in like the most grotesque and horrible ways possible.
Like, nah, fuck it all. Like.
Then he killed all the humans and released the demons. Or did he kill everyone? Did he just kill everyone?
I think he killed everybody.
Yeah, he just killed everyone.
Either killed everybody, or he straight up left because it broke him. And then he was broken for a while, and then another personality came out so he could continue to function. And it was just like, that dichotomy and them coming through, and it's like, no, they were like, hey, this is a possible path that Yusuke could have ended up.
Yeah, and then I thought it was really awkward, the guy that could open up that had like his own pocket dimension and stuff like that, how he just took Shusui's body, and it was just like, you'll be with me forever now. Just you and me. And I was like, that guy is also broken.
Well, yeah, because he even tells you, like, the one who didn't want to murder everybody
was the one he loved.
Yeah, it was a female version of Shusui, and like they were basically a couple. But it was like, I'm protecting Shusui not for these other 6 personalities, but just for this one.
Yeah, right. Because, you know, well, as you know, not you so much, you don't have a significant other, you know, you're just by yourself, but...
What does that mean? You could have finished the sentence.
Well, I'm just saying, you watch the world burn for your girl, you know what I mean? You would, if that's what it meant to save your girl, you watch the entire world burn.
Well, no.
Really? Wow, that ain't love. That ain't love. He's like, no. I murdered that bitch, put out the world.
He has children here, too.
I love my wife. But at the same time, listen.
That's funny.
You say,
like maybe a couple counties, but
but the world?
That's too far.
It's just like saying, it's like getting laid the first time and saying, this girl got the best vagina in the world. Like,
you've only tried what?
It's a
valid point.
But
I don't think it's an equation, but I do understand what you're saying. I don't think it correlates to what we were talking about. But But anyway, you want to know who else I think is a terrible villain?
Who's that?
The damn goblins and goblins say all them jokers are terrible. Them doggone goblins.
Every single one of them.
All of them. They keep on raping people and just like killing them and torture. Well, they kill the guys real quick. But the women, they rape, they torture, and then they have this big ass, they always got a big ass troll. I'm like, God damn. This one idiot. On like episode 5. About 5. I won't say one of these episodes, like 5 or 6, somewhere around there. They was running, so they left from training ground, and it's probably gonna be a little spoiler, but they left from training ground.
Episode 5 of season 2.
Okay.
Leave the training ground.
They leave the training ground. These new kids, these new adventurers, they leave the training ground, and they was like, "Oh crap!" You know, they realized that the goblins wasn't after all the soldiers that was at the training ground. They was after the new adventurers. So they were like, "Oh crap!" The little, what's her name? The mage,
the priest,
the priest-girl lady.
What's her name?
Yeah,
God was saying the greatest show to never give you the names of anyone.
Yeah, for real. But anyway,
really?
Yeah.
They call him priestess.
Yeah, the priestess.
There's a lizard man. You call him lizard man. There's a dwarf. You call him dwarf.
She went to go back like, oh crap. I got what's kind of like we got they're after them. And then so they was having scenes of adventures, they got attacked. Of course, this kid was running. And I don't know why the hell he took out his helmet, takes off his helmet, and he gets hit with a damn boulder. I said, God, why would you take off your helmet?
It's like literally seconds after he takes it off. He takes his helmet off, and like, in the process of the helmet coming off, a rock just hits him. I was like, man, you would have just fell if you had the.
You might be unconscious.
Like maybe. But you had a chance.
I was like, God, I said, why would you take off your helmet?
And you're running. It's not like it, maybe like, I guess it was dark. I guess maybe he was like, I can't really see or something.
Apparently they can see. They hit him in the back of the head. But,
in the trees and shit?
Would you consider Aizun Gon the villain?
Nope.
Why not? He's literally caused genocide.
Okay. Well, when you get into that, that's where you're differentiating who's the show's villain versus who could be a villain. Because anybody can be a villain once you start doing that. Like, listen, when you go to Planet Namek, Goku was the villain according to the Frieza's forces.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey, me and my Emperor came here to take over this planet. That's
you
what we
stopped
came to
us.
do.
You killed a lot of us. Like
You're the villain.
you committed genocide on a lot of us. You know what I
started
mean?
murking the Ginyu Force. Ginyus are gonna call you the villain.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
so
a valid
it's one of those
point.
things where it's like, whose ass is he
Right.
the villain or whatever? He ain't do shit to me.
Like,
It's so
you guys. I was gonna say Granola from, but you guys don't read the super manga, so you don't even know who Granola is.
They're supposed to come in. Like,
Yeah, they're supposed to come out
late.
to anime. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's so.
I ain't watching that shit.
Oh yeah, Daimo.
I ain't watching that
Dragon
shit.
Ball Daimo. I don't-
Well, no, we talking about after that. They supposed to still come out with it on anime.
Disney, I know you own that shit. Come on, man.
I thought they sold it.
They didn't sell it.
I don't know, but I know they're gonna wait a long time because Daimo's coming out, so they ain't gonna put it out at the same time.
No, they have owned the rights to Super. Someone else owns the rights to this Daimo, which are they're two different things.
I don't know because that's Akira Toriyama owns it. Oh,
Yeah, okay, they own the rights to stream Super. Let me be specific.
which either way, they're still not gonna put it out while Daimo's out.
Right.
Either way,
Yeah, they're not going to do
it
that.
won't help them.
But I think Vegeta was a good villain. I thought Vegeta was a great villain.
Yeah, I don't think it's one of those things where like people, the whole villain aspect of it, even in the Saiyan saga, it was like, oh, he's the bad guy of this saga,
But the reason he was the bad guy, I thought was a great reason. Like, he was...
Explain yourself to her.
I am. So he was working with Frieza and doing everything that he needed to do to get stronger to kill Frieza because of what he did to his planet. Like, he did enjoy blowing up those planets and killing those people. I'm not going to lie about that. But he was doing it for a reason. He wanted revenge on Frieza.
He was scared of Frieza.
You would be terrified of Frieza if you saw him blow up a planet.
Technically, he didn't blow up Bush College.
He did blow up Vegeta.
He didn't blow up.
He blew up Planet
He
Vegeta.
did not blow up.
he did.
Oh, he did.
Planet Vegeta?
He didn't blow up Planet.
Yes, he did.
Who blew up Planet Vegeta?
Everybody know who blew up Planet Vegeta.
So who blew up Planet Vegeta?
Everybody know. Who blew up.
It was Frieza.
No, it was not Frieza.
Yeah, Beerus gave him permission to blow it up.
I know. That's my point.
So you're saying Beerus did it?
Beerus did.
Frieza did it.
No, Frieza did not do it.
Yeah, to be fair,
Beerus ain't care.
well, that is the point. But if
Beerus will let you blow up whatever the fuck you
No,
want.
he would not.
He
you
don't care.
That's what.
Whis will tell you can't blow up some shit.
Oh, no. Beerus.
See, that's what I was.
Beerus is only going to because Beerus even said that he was going to go talk to Frieza because Frieza had blew up too many things.
Yeah,
I'm not going to stop you from blowing up shit.
but
You
blowing
can't
up too
blow
much.
up too much.
You are not a
too soon.
destroyer. I am the destroyer.
That's the only thing.
But he gave him the direct orders.
No, he gave him permission. Frieza went
Or
and asked him.
permission. There we go.
Yeah.
He gave him permission.
Yeah, so he
He
has a
gave
good
him
point though.
permission.
If
And
Beerus would have
outside-
never given him Frieza permission to blow up
Because
Vegeta,
Beerus don't give a fuck.
that is a valid. Like,
What even they
what food was on Planet Vegeta that was good? Huh?
They ain't cooking over there.
That's the better
That's the
one,
only
too.
reason Earth
They killed
is
the
safe. That's the only reason Earth is safe is because we have good cuisine.
because that other planet we saw him on fucking gave him something. He was like, "This is only half as good."
And he blew up half of it. He's like, you can keep half. Or he's like, half?
You
Half.
remember seeing that?
So he's sitting like, literally, he's like, you can have half. And he taps the table and half the planet gets cut in half. It was so awesome.
Disrespectful.
Because he's literally, he puts his finger on the table and he's
That
just
is
like,
very,
bam, and half the world's gone.
It's very
Especially
disrespectful.
it's like,
And dude, Beerus is
so
OP.
you don't give a shit about my ecosystems and nothing. This might throw me out of orbit.
My
Right?
You know all the problems that could arise on half my planet just being gone now?
Oh man, like the tides are all fucked up now. Like, we've got like a torrential tsunami just going on.
We have an actual flat Earth now.
That's only on one side. If you walk to the other side, it's completely rounded.
No shit.
Uh,
You can literally fall off. How pissed I'll be if I'm on my farm just
driving.
Oh, Lord. Anybody else?
Like Beerus is a good villain. I don't know if you really want to call him. He's a god, so is he really a villain? He's doing his job. That is his job to destroy planets and stuff like that. Because you
Yeah,
have to have
but-
destruction to have rebirth.
I wouldn't give him like an actual villain because I feel like to be a villain, like your shit has to be.
But he enjoys it.
It has to come from something that you were initially coming to do on your own. It was like, no, you got grandfathered into this job or moved
Majin
into
Buu.
it.
Or just Boo, as Kid Boo, was a villain. Like, he strapped on his black Air Forces and went to work every day.
Boo. Boo's a fucking problem. Like, that's to murder people and then go to the afterlife to fight them and be mad about it. Like, you murdered them and then got mad that they were gone and then went to the afterlife to kick their asses for it. And it's like, Kid Buu was just like
a problem.
I don't know if we're even calling that a villain. There was no reasons behind the anger anymore. So you're just doing shit.
He went to hell, Kid Buu. You see that and everything like that, and so I think it's Heroes, maybe something like that. You see what would happen in the scenario. Like, what if Kid Buu absorbed all the villains in hell? Because he gets more powerful as he absorbs people. There are a lot of villains in hell. You have Cell, you've got Jianbu, you've got the entire Ginyu Force. You've got Frieza was there for a while, even though he was in his own little world, where he's getting fairies sung to him and stuff like that. But if he absorbed all the villains in hell, he would be extremely overpowered. And he would be able to escape. There's no way he wouldn't be able to escape.
Yeah.
That exactly. Why doesn't he? Like, they read it in, like, the Dragon Ball Heroes, where he absorbed, like, Frieza, Cell, the entire Ginyu Force, and a couple other people, and he escaped hell.
Because if I remember right, what they did with Kid Buu, Oob is Kid Buu.
Yeah.
So he got reincarnated into a different person. So
like the exact opposite.
So Kid Buu is not in it.
Right.
Like
I guess that's how they did it.
So yeah. So it's literally like, nah, he's not in hell. Because I think Goku, like, even when he was fighting, he was like, no, this is a great fight and all this. Like, I just wish you weren't fucking evil.
Yeah.
It was like,
and then he
so they really come back. Yeah, and he's Oob now, so he's not down there to do that.
And apparently in the new, what's the new Dragon Ball Z called?
Daimo.
Yeah, apparently in Daimo, he's supposed to be in Daimo. Which
I don't care about Daimo. Quit mentioning Daimo. Quit mentioning it. We don't care about it.
Any other good villains? Man, I don't understand. Like, I understand his point in the villain for Dr. Stone. Like, I get it, but I think it's a dumbass reason.
I've only seen season 1.
Me too.
Well, he's still the villain, and you understand the reason he's the villain. You know what I mean? Like, he wants to kill humanity because he doesn't think that they're right, but at the same time, isn't he not right for wanting to kill humanity?
Is that what he goes off of? Because from season 1, I could have swore that all he was like, no, I just didn't like the society that the older generation made.
Right.
So he was killing the older generation, but he was letting the younger out.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was for season 1. I don't know about 2.
But
because I haven't seen the war.
Yeah, even that motivation, that motivation is dumb. Like, you need older people for.
From his point of view, you did. And seeing that he's actually made a society and thriving there, can't say that he's wrong so far.
Yeah.
Especially if he had Senju or whatever his name is. If he had him on board, so if he had that knowledge on board with the strength that he had, there's no way you're telling me that they can't recreate society.
Yeah.
So, is he kind of a dick for what he's doing? Yes. But is he completely wrong? I can't say that. Especially because he was like, no, adults made a shitty society and we were all growing up in it and going to have to completely perpetuate that. He's like, now's the chance where I don't have to do that. And if I know I bring back all these adults that were already in that society, first thing they're going to do is try to regain that society.
Right, try to take control of it.
Well, I guess my whole thing is like, doesn't matter, humans are humans. It's always going to end up the same.
It depends, especially because that's his whole deal. It's not the whole meta controversy on humans have a cyclical nature. It's like, no, the society that I want, I'm getting rid of the older generation, and I'm going to make the society that I want. If it reverts back to that generations down the line,
that ain't my problem. I'm dead.
And that's not what he understands. But all he knows is that right now I understand that I'm the strongest, and the society that I went into stone as, I didn't like that. Yeah. And I have a chance to build what I want.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. So would you say he's a good villain?
We ain't talking about good villains now. We're talking about favorite villains.
That's point.
I thought you were just talking about trash villains.
I just thought about what you call it at that point when he was talking about Madara, which is, I get why it's a lot of people's favorite villain. Because that Joker was good.
Because I mean, the main character for Kingdoms of Ruin, I don't know if he started that or not. He can be considered from the human standpoint, a villain.
You talking about the king?
No, I mean the main character.
The main character? You can consider a villain? What? Hold up. Hell no. No way in hell. No, I'm not going to let you do that. How the hell can he be considered a villain?
Did you hear the whole sentence?
Oh, go ahead.
From the human standpoint, they consider him the villain.
Because he's a traitor? Because he became a witch? Well, not witch. Because he decided to learn magic?
That and the mass genocide that he has planned and is currently going through with.
But he haven't killed.
I'm on his side about it.
I know you are. Because I'm just saying. I'm really too much.
I'm 100% on his side. Kill him off.
I get what you're saying, man. Because I remember, because I'm now redoing like the first episode, the first two episodes, when they finally kidnapped his mentor homegirl, and then they killed her, tortured, and just effed her up in front of everybody on the stage, and then they trapped his behind, and how I get that now.
Because I was like, because him,
but the people haven't seen him get out yet. No, they haven't. Yeah, because
it's been 10 years since he's been in there. They don't know what happened.
The humans.
They got trapped for 10 years inside of a.
No, they kept him.
Jail?
Okay.
In a freaking Iron Maiden type.
There you go. And they took away his little wand. Yeah, there.
Well, I guess it's technically a pen because he has written magic. But either way, but what I was getting at, I was like, for that standpoint, because we were talking about from whose point of view are they the villain?
Right.
I was like, his shit. I was like, I get it, 110%. I'm on your side. I 100% get it. Even in like one of the latest episodes when they're like, oh, well, the king was brainwashed and he shouldn't have killed all the witches, but he was brainwashed by
another witch.
And that's what kicked off.
She a villain too.
She is 110%. And it's like, and your whole deal was, okay, I need to get rid of the rest of them because my shit don't work on women. And then I said, that's what she said. She said her ability doesn't work on women. And that's why she killed all the other witches. Because she can't use her power on them. And I was like, okay.
That's right, because she get them to fall in love. Have you seen King Roy?
No. It makes sense why she would kill off all the women. That makes sense. I do the same thing.
Because what it is
they've already painted themselves in a little bit of a corner or fucked up a little bit. Because they have to now tell me that she upgraded her power or something. Because they said the entire kingdom's basically falling in love with her already. Like at the end when she did her little concert and had it on the phones and shit,
everybody,
women, men, and everything was folded. So I'm like, are you just saying, oh, this was just the
women witches? What if it's just women witches? She can't use her ability.
She said she couldn't use them on
women in general.
Those are her words. Okay. Now if they come through and they be like, hey man, it was translated wrong, some shit, and they'd be like, oh well, women witches who couldn't be used on. But I was like,
it makes sense if it was women witches,
right?
Because she literally just killed off women witches, because all of the witches. That's literally what she all just did.
Because what the thing is also, it also just makes sense for her to be like, even if she can't control the women, like human women, and she murders the witches had magic.
Right.
The humans, it's the men that are controlling your country. If I control all of them, I control all the weapons and whatnot.
You basically control the weapons.
I'm not as concerned with women. Humans, you have nothing to come back.
That's nothing derogatory towards women or anything like that.
Okay. He got out of the frame to defend women.
Listen, okay.
He tried to do the voiceover thing, but it was like literally like, no, you took control of 50% of the population. So you're like, whether I can control the human women or not, I have 50% of the population, y'all don't have magic.
Well, actually, real statistics, women outnumber men. So you got like 30% of the population.
Before we end this, I have to say, what is his name? What is of My Hero Academia? His son.
One?
Not Alpha One.
You're talking Shigaraki. Shigaraki's a great villain.
No, the one that's what's his name? Inferno's son.
He's not a villain. Todoroki?
No, his other son.
His other son.
Blue Flame.
Yeah, Blue Flame. I think he's
his name.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
I think he was a good. Good
I was
one.
naming off everyone else and I was doing so good. I forgot his name. It starts with an A. Pretty sure.
I like him.
I don't know why. I don't either.
Because I know Sam's like favorite character in that show was Twice.
Twice was good, yeah.
And I was like,
Twice is the one that
the multiplier dude.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, he was so upset when Hawks murdered him. And I was like, listen,
Dobby. That's his name.
Dobby.
You said it's not right.
There's an A in it.
I was like, hey, you know what? Twice had to go first.
But Dobby's ability, like I understand, like I kind of understand the reason for him, being a villain and stuff like that. His dad's a fucking douchebag. His ability would suck to have because he's literally burning himself.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he feels it or not. It doesn't seem like he does.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he feels it.
But that's gotta suck because his skin is so burnt up all over the place.
Especially like, yeah, your dad's terrible, and the worst thing about it is your dad's terrible because you failed. Because he was like, no, he's stronger than me. That's what I want. Great. And he's like, oh shit, you're burning yourself up, kid. Like, you're a fucking failure. Damn. And then fucking Shoto comes out literally having half cold, half hot hair. And he's like, oh, that kid's perfect. Like, he has to be perfect.
Has to be. The thing that irritated me was like, they didn't even talk about the son, being dead or whatever until they introduced Dobby. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden he's just like, remember the one that we lost? And it's like, okay, this guy has flame powers. They have flame powers. You're kind of...
I think it made sense to bring it up when they did because they already weren't talking, like the parents weren't talking. We were already like fixated on him just being a bad dad towards the kids that were around, and then the kids not wanting to do anything with him. There wasn't a moment for you to bring up the fact that they lost the kid.
Well, the other two siblings felt a lot of animosity towards Todoroki because he was the one with the dad all the time, you know what I mean? 3. I thought there was 2.
Remember, it was...
Dobby was dead.
Dobby, was dead.
And then the sister and the brother, that's it.
The sister and brother, and he got Todoroki. He's the youngest of...
Yeah, Todoroki.
Well, he said the sibling, so he was talking about...
Yeah, I meant the brother and sister had a lot of animosity towards Todoroki.
But I was talking about the ones that were still alive.
Yeah,
okay.
The ones that we knew were alive.
Yeah, the ones that we knew alive. Yeah.
I'm sure Dobby was really not happy watching the TV show, especially when he yelled Shoto. You know what I mean during the fight and stuff like that. I'm sure Dobby was probably like this motherfucker.
And my thing was Shoto was like, I don't care. Shoto was like, I'm still taking you down. I'm like, I was 3 when you died.
Right? I don't even know you.
If you were better, I wouldn't have been.
He also tried to kill his other brother, so it's just like, bro, you're gonna try to kill my brother. Like, if you're gonna try to kill us, we're gonna try to kill you. Like, and he doesn't even have any. The other 2 don't even have powers. I don't think.
I think they do. I think they're just weak.
Oh, okay. I was like, I hadn't shown them use their abilities at all.
Yeah, so. I think partially it's probably just because of like you have no point to.
Yeah.
Like because I think even they were like having. I think Shoto was like going to go train with them in one of those flashbacks. He's like, no, they're weaker than you. There's no reason for you to do that.
Yeah.
And then, so it's just like, they probably have powers. They're probably just weak.
Gotcha.
So.
But I think that I said his name earlier. The guy that destroys stuff.
Shigaraki.
Yeah, I think Shigaraki's an amazing villain.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that it is a little sad that the reason he's a villain is because he was left alone.
Well, he's fucking
really sad.
His whole
He didn't do it on purpose.
I don't think he did it on purpose, but still he did. Like, would you like mess with somebody who could instantly just?
I mean, it's just like Rogue. If you think about Rogue, if you think about Rogue from X-Men, it's very much like Rogue. If she touches someone, like their abilities are hers, and she can literally kill them.
Yeah, but
he can kill you by holding on.
Yeah, he just touches.
And you go like he breathes up. You could just be like, hey dog, and like you go like.
He touched the ground and all just decayed in front of him. And that's how his mom died because he was reaching out for his mom.
Exactly, like hell no.
And then it was super fucked up that All For One was just like, these are the hands of your family, and it's like, what the? Did you went through and cut them all off?
How'd you get those? Because they were rapidly decaying. So the hands stayed.
I guess the hands the only thing that don't decay.
I think another thing was damn set.
The fingerprint to identify him, I guess.
My theory is those weren't those hands.
I don't think so
just fucking lies.
He murdered his own dog too.
So there's some random.
It was his grandma, his dad, his mom, his sister, and the dog. Is who he killed.
Should have handed them some puppy little pies.
Right? And these are your dogs.
I have it on the
It's like, get this man some moisturizer.
Well, he was just itching constantly, remember?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Especially because it's like you had enough control to like keep your clothes and shit like that. So I feel like you could have used
Well,
moisturizer.
also, I understand, like, his dad literally put him outside, like, on a leash, like he was a dog, man. That was fucked up.
Nah,
That was fucked
I
up.
don't agree with, man, but that's some tough.
Tough love? Tough love?
Nah, it ain't tough
That's a
love.
tough situation.
That's a tough situation, yeah. I'm like being
He's
realistic.
like, listen, I don't want to like treat you like dirt, but I don't know how to treat you.
Like, I don't,
Literally,
Like,
I
listen, I
can't.
got this stick. Stay on the other side
I
of the
don't know.
stick.
Don't touch the stick.
I love you, but I don't know how. Like,
Well, also, like, no one, like, was his grandma already dead?
no, she died when everybody else died. Remember, because he first.
No,
killed
his other
sister?
grandma. His other grandma. The what's her name? Fucking, the one that used Flo.
Oh, she left him there because she was going to the last fight.
Right. But did she, I don't know if she was dead at that point or not.
Yeah, she left him there because she was going to her last fight.
Okay.
Like, she died in that fight.
Okay. So, if she didn't tell anyone except for, what's his name?
Gran Torino.
Yeah, didn't tell anyone except for Gran Torino that she even had a kid. And then, I feel like it's more Gran Torino's fault than anyone, because he didn't tell anybody.
Gran
my
Torino's
sugar
like, that's not my job.
Huh?
Talking about Shigaraki.
Yeah, Gran Torino knew about Shigaraki, and he didn't tell anyone. Didn't go check on the kid, nothing. So I feel like it's Gran Torino's fault.
No, it's not.
A little
Man.
bit.
No.
Did you ask me to raise this kid?
No,
Or did you
exactly.
Tell me you had a kid.
That's a valid point.
You know what? I'm 110% with me having 2 kids. I'm like, fuck them kids. Like,
Like the other people kids.
That's my kid.
like, nah, even my kids, I love them to death.
Fuck those kids.
They want to throw a temper tantrum in the stove? Fuck them. They want to act out in public?
Bro,
Fuck 'em.
I remember. So I was on a leash when I was a kid. Not lying.
White people.
White people. And I threw a temper tantrum in the store one time.
I was
My mom treated me. Like, my mom treated me like I was a puppy. You know what I mean? Like, she dragged me across the floor with that leash and was like, I don't give a fuck, throw your temper tantrum. But the 90s were different. You know, people.
Would have been on the
People
floor
would-
because you put me there.
That was my dad when I got home.
I would have to get some melons out because it just got my ass knocked out in the middle of the stove. Well, then the people would
He
be
ain't
like,
have
well,
to hit him. He ain't have to act out.
like,
We both made choices today.
Well, you know, the 90s were different. You know,
well,
you know what I mean?
I spanked Kiara in the pub in Winco because she was acting fool in front of a bunch of white folks, and they just kind of looked at me and kept on going about their business.
That's what they should have done. That's what they should have done.
She was acting foolish. I was like, do it one more time. She kept it up, bent over on my arm, smacked her a couple times. She said, She said, I want to get her front. She wanted to sit in front. Set her in front. And they have no issues with her for the rest of the day. And people just looked at me. I said, my Jesse was like, well, she like, oh, you couldn't get in trouble. I said, what they gonna do to me? I'm 6'4", 150 pounds. What they gonna do? They couldn't call the police. What the hell the police gonna do? I'm about to get my food and I'm about to go.
Yeah,
I
by
ain't
the
got-
time they get here, I'm gonna be gone.
Like,
You know,
they
why
better be out
for
there
a police officer to respond to a call?
I said, do you know how many police officers has been called to my when I was going, and they was like, "This what your ass get?" Like, good.
Yeah, like, for real. I remember one time I told my parents, I was like, I'll call social services. They're like, here's phone. You want a phone number? Here you go, do it.
Social service.
Or I run away. My dad would be like, literally grab the bag, start throwing shit in the bag. I'll help you pack.
Right, but yeah, I feel great, Torino. Fuck them kids. Like, what the man? Okay, cool.
Especially it's like shit. The leading hero's about to just died. I ain't got time to sit in here. Go back. Like, I got a job to do. I was the hero before you came and told me you had a kid. I was like, congratulations. What the fuck else was I supposed to do?
So the thing that always confused, did Gran Torino have the power before?
Nope.
What do you
Okay, he did. You know
So
how?
Gran Torino, how did Gran Torino and the fifth? She's fifth user, right? Because Deku was the seventh, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So how did Gran Torino and the fifth even meet? And why was he training her? Because Gran Torino's her master. So I'm confused by that a
Probably
lot.
just because they had similar powers.
So you think like the third died, and the fourth died, gave her the power, and Grange Trainer just found her, or she found him maybe to train for training?
I mean, probably because they had like fucking
Flo
like work
and his
studies
like,
and shit like that. I don't know what they called it, but like it was just literally just like he has something similar to you. You train under a hero that's already active, so especially he was like a big deal back then. So
his
it makes
Jet,
sense.
right? Isn't that his power? Jet?
Yeah, I think it's Jet. So it was like, you have similar powers or whatever. So learn from someone similar. Same with Hawks and
I don't understand how he shrunk so much.
What?
How Grange Trainer shrunk so much. Like I get it, he's old now.
I don't know. They do that a lot.
But so he goes from like 6'4" to like 4'6".
They kind of do that for Master Roshi too, because they like say that Hulk up form that he has, they were like that's his prime or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but that form is also like 8 feet tall. Like, what the fuck is wrong?
Yeah, it's pretty tall, man. It's like at least 7.
Because it's weird on the perspective whenever he does it. So it's like I don't know how tall it actually is, but it's very taller.
Goku's like 5'6", and Vegeta's like 5'4", which I think is hilarious that they're both short as shit.
Really? That's true.
They're not. Neither one of them's an Asian man.
They're Asian men.
Neither one of them's an Asian man. They're both Saiyans from a different planet.
Asian men. No one gives a shit where they're from.
Yeah, they're both really short. If you look at that.
All right. Well. Y'all got any other villains y'all like or favorite?
In anime, no.
Fair enough.
The Joker is my favorite villain of all time, and that will never change.
I think he'll like it.
He's literally insane.
That's why his ass got cut.
Lex Luthor is a really good villain too. I love Lex Luthor as a villain. Even though his motivation is money, I don't care. I love him as a villain.
Motivation is to
my favorite
man.
You all know who my favorite villain is? Godzilla.
Godzilla's not a villain.
Yes, he is.
I mean, some of the people in them houses, my favorite. I'm just saying. You get a time and blast your car. You tell me how you feel about Godzilla.
I just bought that!
Still making payments.
It still had dealer tags!
Have you read the latest comments about Justice League versus Godzilla?
Godzilla, yeah, man. Superman just gets straight up atomic blasted.
But that's what your ass down, bro.
Right?
Because Billy Batson dumped behind.
Yeah, he tried to Shazam on him. Yeah.
Stupid.
So it's literally I don't know what else to call it. He tried to transform on him.
No, he tried to Shazam on him.
Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot more.
Yeah, with the lightning bolt.
Yeah, and it did nothing. It literally did nothing.
I almost got killed.
The Superman was just like, you need to change back. You need to change back. And Billy was like, I don't know if I can. But
yeah, Godzilla. At the moment, Godzilla is my favorite villain
and I also like
he's effing up the Justice League.
I also liked Dr. Doom is an amazing villain, man. Just like his rants that he goes on are so great. Him and Thanos.
So you want to know who I found out is the most dumbest smart person? He ain't as smart as a lot of people point out to be. Reed Richards.
Reed Richards is the second smartest man.
No, he's not.
In Marvel? Yes, he is.
Who was the first?
So it changes between Blue Marvel. It changes between 4 people. You have Blue Marvel, Larry Richards, Dr. Doom, Reed Richards. Those are the 4 smartest people.
No, they're not. Because you don't know who the number 1 smartest person?
Who?
T'Challa.
No, he's...
No,
No, he's not.
Reed Richards. King Lion put out a video explaining this whole thing. I was like, that is a very good point. And I was like, I never thought about it in this way. And Reed Richards is not this smart.
I feel like T'Challa gets a little bit of an asterisk because I know, I might have seen a lot of their stuff is like the fact that some of those comics straight up say T'Challa makes a lot of their tech and whatnot.
Well, he does. He's smart, but he's not.
Let me finish my sentence. Anyway, that he starts off their tech and like he makes a lot of tech. But the problem with that is that their civilization is a little bit ahead because they have vibranium.
I get that, but it was so many aspects in where they was meeting up, and Reed Richards didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Excuse my language, didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And T'Challa was like, "Hey, no, you should do this and do this and do this." And then he was like,
they do have him correct a lot of shit.
And like, Yeah.
That's why I was like,
And Reed
the
Richards
whole-
is the main person he always have to come behind and clean up his shit because he don't know nothing.
But I
He
think
ain't ass
part
smart.
of that is like the way they do that for Reed is like we establish you as a smarty, so we have to make that kind of your downfall also. So the biggest way to combat you being super smart is by having you fuck up like your super smart shit, and someone else has to bring it to your attention.
So that means you're not that smart.
He's smart. He's just pretentious.
What's pretentious?
He thinks that he's right all the time.
Fair enough.
He thinks that his answer is the only answer.
Fair enough.
And he won't look
So-
at it from another perspective.
Also,
That's why like you gave the list of people, putting T'Challa in that list of that circular from time to time.
Yeah, it's a rotation of the smartest people. Like, do you even know who Blue Marvel is?
no, I know who. Yes, I know who.
He's new. Well, not new, but he's newer. But they're
Yeah,
putting him in more
Batman.
stuff. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I know who Blue Marvel is.
Now you understand.
Okay.
Now you get it.
Sure.
What? You didn't think I know he was a black? Yes, he is a black man. I told you. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video.
Listen, we had to latch on to all of them. Every single one of
We
them.
gotta keep track of our people. Until next time.
Yeah.